This has been a tough one to get going here because it's been on my mind for a while now, and I've just been trying to figure out how to get it started. And then, I actually sat down to do it. I still had to sit for, a good couple of minutes anyway before I just, hit the record button and decided to just do it. But, this has been, 2026 I know has been a long year for me and probably a longer year for a lot of other folks, and we're only about 2.5, 3 months in. Uh, because I thought 2025 was a long year, but it's one of those things where I've been thinking about it, and it's starting to feel a little burned out by just things in general, really, because when I look back at a lot of things, I start to realize I've been, for a lot of weeks here since, about, about this time in 2020, I've been working 6 days a week, most weeks at my day job, and, since about this time in, I want to say, 2021, a lot of those weeks it seems like I've been getting, actual time and a half overtime too, which I mean isn't necessarily a bad thing because I need the money for rent and other bills and that kind of thing, but at the same time it's really starting to catch up with me because I'm not exactly a young guy anymore, Um, and, something tells me I'm going to wind up regretting this, regretting doing this, you know, because, things ain't going well either way, but, doing this ain't, probably not the best idea for me, but then again, if I just let it sit, it ain't going to go well either, because, kind of a tough spot here, because, for, because it's one of those things where, for as much as I need the money, I've been one of those things where I, could use a little more regular time to, time to rest too, because, it's been, like I've been saying, 6-day work weeks for quite a while now, and, if nothing else, time to rest, and, that's, starting to catch up with me, and then I, look around my, apartment here, it's, kind of a mess. There's some, little cleaning up I could stand to do. Um, you know, so there's that, and I've been saying for the longest time that I, like to, start getting farther with this than I have been, and I'm grateful for how far I have gotten with it, because, I was looking at, at it all, and before I started down, or started to do this, and, 71 subscribers, that's, uh, you know, um, that's really more than I thought I'd have for, basically just me, screwing around with, making these, just sitting in front of my, camera, just flapping my gums and, just saying what's on my mind in essentially one long take, and, not doing a lot of, like, processing or putting a lot of production value into it or anything, but, there's, I'd like to, learn a little bit more about, doing all of that, and there's, Yeah, because like I was, saying, I think it was on my, if not one of these, then there was a written blog that I did here not so long ago, where I was, saying something, about needing to, needing to actually do something about like holding my train of thought there a little while, because, a little better, because there's like a whole bunch of other stuff here that I, could, be working on, but I actually did get some of it done, that I updated, and then, but, time to work on that, but I got some of that done, and, but, but I could, but anyway, but yeah, I mean, part of the reason why things are, like, maybe not going as, as good as they could be is that, I'm like going in a million directions at once here, and a lot of the time it's because it seems like I just can't seem to. What I need is a little time to just, little quiet to just, get my head together every once in a while, and it seems like that's been a while since I've just had that, and I'm not quite sure how to get that sorted, right? And, and things are just not, uh, but like, that's kind of why I'm stumbling over myself here and in a lot of other places, and well, it's just not going as well as it could be or should be, both here and in a lot of other places, and well, it's just not going to end well somewhere, and well, if things keep going the way they're going, it's just, boy, so I'm trying to get that sorted, and I'd like to think I've got some control over where things are going to go badly, but the unfortunate truth is I really don't have that kind of control over that sort of thing. So I'm trying to get that sorted, but yeah, so I'm trying to get some of it figured out anyway, and I hope I do. I do know I've got some things in the works. One thing I do know is that I've, got one more Jam Tries video, pretty much. I've actually got 3 more that I could get up. But I know which one I'm going to do next. I'm going to try to get to that once I'm done with this. Because I had a whole bunch of other stuff I was going to try to say here, but I'm already like almost 9 minutes into this, and I'm stumbling over myself too badly to get them out coherently. So I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap this up, try to get to the other video, before I really do start making a bigger fool of myself than I already have. So I'm just going to wrap this up. I'll see you with the other thing before too terribly long. Hopefully I haven't screwed myself too hard. So hopefully I will see you before too terribly long. Hopefully things haven't gone too badly for me in the near future. And we'll see how things go from here. But until then, have a good however long, everybody, and I will see you when I see you. Hopefully that won't be too terribly long, and hopefully things will, go a little better. I'll see you soon, I guess. Talk to you later.